Hey, it's been a while. Before we get started on today's video, let me grab some coffee first and I'll catch up with you. Alright, so in this video I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this art block I've been having lately, and I will show you the process of me making this very tiny sketch in my sketchbook. Since lately it's been my first time drawing full illustrations back to back, 3 months in a row, I've been a little burnt out, which is to be expected because I'm not the type of person who makes back-to-back artworks very frequently. They take a lot of energy just in general, and everyone knows that, but especially with me, I put 110% of my effort into every drawing, not to be, a perfectionist. It's really just because that is how passionate I am about it, and also I just don't feel like doing it unless I'm going to give it my best. I know a lot of people think that that's a negative mindset to have. For me, it's not. It's motivating for me, and everyone has their different motivations and comfort zones, and for me, it's just I'm not going to waste my time if I'm not going to really try and really think through what I'm doing. Because if you think about it, it could be the very last artwork I make, you know what I mean? Not in a morbid way at all. It's not discouraging to me. So that's why I do things the way I do. And so lately, I've been struggling to do anything just in general because I'm fatigued, obviously. And then the lumbar scoliosis in my back does make it difficult for me to sit for long periods of time and even just sleep in general, even though I do the proper things to help it along. So I was desperate to just try anything for you guys this month, and yeah, it was a very uncomfortable process. I did talk to you guys about wanting to care less about the end product of things, and it's not like I have never been capable of that. It just gets to a point where I have to have something really inspiring or some kind of feeling or some kind of song to jet me forward into a drawing. I can't really go into it neutrally for some reason. It just doesn't work, and that's probably something I should try to work on. You'll notice a lot of I cut a little bit out of this video, but I tried to keep in as much as possible so you can see me pausing, thinking, making mistakes. Even with this braid that I'm drawing, I know how to draw braids because I've drawn them for a while, and I used to braid my hair and do all kinds of styles with my hair. And this braid, I drew it completely backwards, wrong, as if I had never drawn one before. I was just so out of it. This drawing was so hard for me to do. I was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I was guessing, and sometimes that's fun, sometimes it's not. It really just depends. And I don't know. I just was like, I have to get through this. I have to push through this discomfort so that I can get used to back to a place maybe I used to be in the past, which is I really didn't care. I wasn't showing anyone my sketchbook. Not that I do very much anyway. But I just sat for hours and would draw and just really didn't care because I knew I had to get it out of my system. And then once I found my art style, which really was the goal for me, I kind of fell off of that. And so I'm sure this is a very common experience for a lot of artists and just people in general with anything that they do in life. At the end of the day, I'm really happy that I did this because even after the fact, I did feel better. I was at least proud of myself for doing something and for pushing through how uncomfortable this all was, because at the end of the day, at least I had something in my hands that I made. At least I had something to show you, so I will try to do that more often. It's just gonna be rough. I don't know, we'll just see how it goes. But this was about late afternoon, and I'm gonna let you watch the rest of this and just enjoy the ambiance so that this is relaxing. I've basically said all I can say about it, but I'm just thankful for your support and for bearing with me through this weird time that I'm at, which I'm sure will happen again, but I just don't like it. So thank you for your patience, and I hope you like the sketch for what it is. I'm trying to like it for what it is, so so if you remember, I did mention in the Patreon post I posted about this sketch that I was not thinking of drawing a front-facing portrait. I was trying to do an angle that I very much struggle with, that I need to study more, is a looking upward angle. And I was going to try to convey that, and I always start conveying it and then I change it. So that was the first miss. And then I got inspired just randomly by needles. I was thinking of the pain I was in at the time physically, and I was like, I should draw needles going through her or something in a not gory way, just to display the pain I'm in daily. And I didn't do that, and you'll see why that's relevant later in the video. Just something ironic happened, but yeah, I think it was a sign to maybe try the concept again. So while I was trying to record clips for this video, and a little after I finished that sketch, my mom had come up to me with a sewing kit that she bought, and I told her, hey, I already have a sewing kit. That's where the sewing needles came into play and how that became relevant. I just thought that was very ironic that she happened to be like, hey, can you take these and stash them with your sewing kit? And it reminded me of the sewing needles, so maybe I should try that concept again. Now that our bouquet of flowers are ready, hydrated, and in their vase, it's time to make some room for them. I don't prefer my little bookends to be on the bottom shelf because they kind of get squeezed down there and they hang off the edges a little bit, but this Well, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty cute. So the vase will go right on the top, right where it can catch some nice sunlight, and it fits just right. And that was how my day went going through art block. This video is just about finished, so I gotta take my lupus medication and then settle down for the night. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.